Welcome to episode number 15 of his Vinny J NHL 21 Be a Pro Series. And today I'm obviously playing my Vinny J Be a Pro Series here in NHL 21. It's on game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final against the Calgary Flames at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. Vinny is on the Rangers, obviously, because you can see him in the Rangers jersey in the middle of the screen. Rangers are 12-1 in the playoffs. Flames are 12-5. We had the best record points-wise in the National Hockey League. The Flames are the 8th best record in the National Hockey League. Or we had the best record points-wise in the National Hockey League, and the Flames are the 8th best record points-wise in the National Hockey League. Let's look at the calendar. Game 1 is on May 18th. They're just kind of early. Because this series, even if it goes 7 innings, will end before June, which usually you see Stanley Cup Final, unless it's like a sweep or something, though in June, and like usually it ends like June 5th or something like that. But it's different here. Is our only loss was the 7-0 loss in Game 2, in Round 2, Game 2 against the Penguins. Then I was going to play the third period only, and it was like 5-0 going in the third period, so I decided to sim the rest of the game, and we ended up losing 7-0. So that was our only loss in the playoffs, and all the other games are just dominated, basically. I mean, in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, we beat the Bruins 17-2. Game 4, which is the last episode, we beat them 14-1. So it's like, I'm on rookie, which is the easiest difficulty here in NHL 21. There's a playlist of the series. If you haven't seen any of the episodes in this series, there's a playlist for the series, like I just said. It'll be an eye in the sky in the top right corner, or it'll be an eye in the sky in the top right corner right up here. There should be an icon that pops up, at the beginning of the video. And there's those 13 games. Vinny J has 55 goals, 49 assists, and 104 points, 84 overall. Number 13. I want to be number 7, but unfortunately, since taken or something, I can't have it. I want to be number 7, but I must be taken or retired or something. I'm not exactly sure. Number 13, as you can see, 13 right there. You know, kind of see it. Glare might be a little too bad. Right there, right above the A and Rangers, you can see a little thin. You can see Rangers across, and then right there is the Stanley Cup Final logo. Yeah, let's end the game 1 at MSG. Let's get it. That's Panarin, obviously everyone's jersey. The Stanley Cup Final logo on it. Home uniforms for us, away uniforms for them. As I mean, I just saw they have a 91 offense. I didn't really see what their defense was rated and their goalie was rated. Sal Churchill in 5 minutes, still rookie. Honest trainer, eater meter it. And by the way, friends, if I am asking for NHL 22 for Christmas, and if I do it, I will do a Be a Pro, a franchise, a Dallas Stars franchise, and an Austin the Nugs Spencer franchise. And like I said, I also will do a Vinny J Be a Pro. And for my franchise and my Spencer franchise, the difficulty will definitely be on semi-pro, which is one step above rookie. And then for my Be a Pro series, the difficulty might be on semi-pro, but if it's not on semi-pro, then it'll be on rookie. So the difficulty in my Be a Pro will be, I still haven't decided yet, it'll be on rookie or semi-pro. And then the difficulty in my franchise series and my Spencer franchise series will be semi-pro. So for those two series, my franchise series and my Spencer franchise series, both those difficulties will be on semi-pro no matter what. And then for my Be a Pro series, I still haven't decided if I'm going to put the difficulty on rookie or semi-pro. Let's get into game 1 of the 2021 Stanley Cup Final. Let's do it. They went 45, 27, and 10 in the regular season. We went 65, 16, and 1. So this team, obviously, we were the best team in the National Hockey League, but this team's actually pretty good. Obviously, we're the best, obviously. We're in the President's Trophy. Cutscene for game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. On the bench. Let's watch a prediction. James Sabalski, game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Is that Ovechkin? This is certain. It's 12-1-0 with 2 shutouts here in the playoffs, with a 2.04 goals against average and a 920 save percentage. Their goaltender, Jacob Markstrom, 12-3-2 with 3 shutouts Yeah, 12-3-2 with 3 shutouts here in the playoffs. I believe they do have Alex Ovechkin. I thought I saw Alex Ovechkin in that little warm-up or intro. I'm not exactly sure that Ovechkin or not, as we open and draw the first period here in Game 1. As Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final is on your way. Here we go! Backdoor score! And the Rangers strike early and quit here in Game 1. Or rather, I don't know if I said early and quit. I meant to say the Rangers strike early or first and early here in Game 1. As the Rangers strike first and early here in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. I'm not sure why I said quick and early, because that basically means the same thing. The Rangers score first and early here in Game 1 as they scored 29 seconds in. Assisted by Vinny J and Trumba. There's the defenseman. Here we go. Here's Bunovich. Fortunately, Zibanejad's on the second line. I'm with Panarin and... It's actually not Bunovich. It's Buchnevich, actually. I'm with him and Panarin. Zibanejad's on the second line for some reason. I don't know why, because he's been on first line almost all year, and then in the playoffs at the second game of the first round, he was just moved to the second line, and then moved Bunovich or Buchnevich or whatever his name is, the first line. That is Alex Ovechkin. It could be another Ovechkin for some reason, but I think that's Alex Ovechkin, which I'm not sure why he's on the Flames. But as NHL 21 shot by me, kind of was badly aimed and it nicked me. Minus 25 points. And I got out of the bench. Well, I didn't realize I stole a putt in the Flame zone. There's 4 minutes in the Game 1, 1-0 Rangers. And they sat me down for almost 10 minutes. It's now 6:43 to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 Rangers. Why did I was on the bench for 10 minutes. That is, sorry. And now, right off the putt is out of play, right when I came on the ice. They do have Ovechkin, or they have some Ovechkin. It might... Well, I mean, it could be another Ovechkin, which it could be a made-up Ovechkin. They also have a Jones, which that could be Seth Jones. I'm not exactly sure. Here's D'Angelo. Across to me! I know. Oh, I thought it was going to go in, but Markstrom made the save. I mean, if we win the Stanley Cup, I should win the Conn Smythe Trophy. I should. I'm not the captain or an A or anything like that. Shot is blocked. And we got it back, though. Good save by Markstrom. And another shot hit the post. That's the point now. To me, in the slot. And people are sacrificing their body. Now it's behind the net. Turned over. Across to the slot. And Buchnevich is stopped. 4 minutes to go in the first period in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. 1-0 in New York. Here's Bennett. Dumps it in. Just past the red line. I banked it behind the net of enemy. I'm going to break, maybe. And Beckin stopped by the goaltender. And then minus 25 points for offensive turnover. And that's dumped in. I'm going to the bench. 2:35 to go in town in here in the first period. 1-0 Rangers. And that is a score after 1 period of play. 1-0 Rangers after 1 period, or 1-0 Rangers after 1 period of play here in Game 1. So 1 goal scored in that first period. It was scored by Panarin. Yeah, no, excuse me. It was scored by Buchnevich. 20 on seconds in, and then nothing after that. And the shots were... What are the shots? The shots were 13-8 in favor of the Rangers. Hits were 5-5. Time attack. We had about a minute and a half more. Passing 100% for both teams. Faceoffs 18 in favor of us, and there was no penalties and no power plays in that first period. And like I said, we're outscoring them 1-0, outshooting them 13-8. Hits 5-5. Faceoffs 18 in favor of us. Passing 100% for both teams. Let's get into the second period here in Game 1. Which, remember, for the playoffs, I just do 1 full game per episode. So this episode will just be Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. And this episode will be the first elimination game for either team in the Stanley Cup Final. Which will be Game 4, Game 5, or Game 6. Let's get in the game... The next episode of the series will be the first elimination game for either team in the Stanley Cup Final, which will be Game 4, Game 5, or Game 6. Let's get into the second period here in Game 1 with the Rangers up 1-0. I'm a center / right wing, so I can play center and right wing. And when Zibanejad was on the first line, I was a right wing. Now because they demoted Zibanejad out of Panarin, Buchnevich, and Vinny J, I'm the one that can play center, so that's why I'm the center now. Backdoor being score! And Panarin has scored 30 seconds into the second period. So the Rangers scored what? The Rangers score 31, or a Rangers score in the first minute of each period. When was that goal in the first? I don't remember. Wasn't it like 29 seconds in? But either way, it was on that same pass too. It was a backdoor feed, and the Rangers have a 2-0 lead as they have scored both of their goals in the first minute of each period. So that we scored our first goal in the first minute of the first period, and we scored a center goal in the first minute of the second period. Great work putting the pressure on them. Oh damn. So I have 2 assists. Still remember that first goal, but remember I only had 2 shifts in the first period. I've had like a 4-minute shift, and then I had like another 4-minute shift, and then they sat me down for the other, what, like 12 minutes, give or take. Here we go. Scored 30 seconds in the second period. 2-0 Rangers, assisted by Vinny J and Trumba. And it's the first time Bonovich had the goal. Vinny J busted in. He lost the punt. And that might be Seth Jones. I'm not some Jones, and I believe they do have Alex Ovechkin, or if it could be another Ovechkin, a made-up Ovechkin or something. You might not. You usually don't see made-up players in the years in the future. Here we go. And now Buchnevich brings it away for Vinny J, and he scores. Vinny J's first Stanley Cup Final goal, and the Rangers lead 3-0 here in the second. First Stanley Cup Final goal for Vinny J. His 56th goal in the playoffs overall. 2:05 into the second. 3-0 Rangers in Game 1. As Vinny J has a goal and 2 assists. If I blinked, I would have missed that one, Vinny. That was a nice snapshot. It was. Not a breakaway. I didn't score my first breakaway. Score on the second one. 3-0 Rangers with 17:55 they go in the second. Assisted by Buchnevich and Trumba. Trumba has 3 assists. Here we go. Busted in! The blunder saved by Markstrom. Another shot! Markstrom said no and got the rebound and secured it. 17-17 to go in the second. And now Coach is coming over again. Vinny, don't let your foot off the pedal, but let's not get too fancy. The last thing we need is for them to dip back in this game. Okay, so I promise, or the challenge is to protect the lead, which it's actually still 3-0. It's not like this game's over by any means. It's not over really until the 5 to triple zeros in the third. Here we go. We win the draw. And shot. Bonovich shot is blocked. Back to me. To the slot. And Giordano stole the puck right away. And then it went. Yeah, I believe that is Seth Jones. I remember Seth Jones is number 3. I'm not sure why he's on the Flames. And Ovechkin. That is Alex Ovechkin. I just killed him. My body. So they have Alex Ovechkin number 10. They have Seth Jones number 3. Which in real life Ovechkin on the Capitals, obviously. You didn't miss anything. Just that the camera. For this camera, the clip ends when it hits 12 minutes and 45 seconds, so that's why. So I believe right now the Flames have the putt in the slot, but like I said, Alex Ovechkin number 10, and Seth Jones is number 3. Seth Jones in real life is on the, I forgot what team he's on. He was on the Blue Jackets, now he's not, and then Alex Ovechkin's obviously on the Capitals. They're putting the slot here, Ovechkin, with a little turnaround, like, dribble, or then he was hit as he tried to shoot it, so that's why I'm known to the bench. The play I can Seth Jones right there. That is Alex Ovechkin, so 10:21 to go here in the center period. Still 3-0 Rangers as we're basically at the halfway point here in Game 1. So we're halfway through Game 1. 3-0 New York here in New York. Here we go. Up ahead, and that, well, Panarin did it out of there with the puck, and apparently the Flames are what's it called? Oh, Panarin tripped the Flames, dude. So Panarin went over to the box, and I just looked before seeing it. 0 penalty minutes here in the playoffs. Now he has 2. As I'm off on the bench as the Flames are drawing the power play down 3-0, and they do not score. 7:34 to go in the second. Still 3-0 Rangers here in Game 1. I've set up both of the first 2 goals. Both of the goals were scored in the first minute of each period. First goal was scored 30 seconds in the first period, and the second one was scored 30 seconds in the second period. Here we go. 2-1-1. Really 2-1-0. Score Panarin. His second of the game. Panarin has 2. I have 1, and then that Buchnevich has 1. And I have a goal. Or no, Panarin actually has scored both. Okay, here comes Richie. Wait. So 7-1 to go in the second. That's just so I have a goal on 3 assists. Oh, it's 5. Wait, it's 5-0? No. Wait. Oh yeah, I can't do math. So I have 1. Vinny J has 1 goal. Buchnevich has 1, and Panarin has 2. So Panarin has 2 goals and 2 points. Buchnevich has a goal and 2 assists. Trumba has 3 assists. I have a goal and 3 assists, which is 4 points, and I have a +4 for plus minus. Oh, damn. I died. So I have 1 goal, but Buchnevich has 1 goal, and Panera has 2 goals. Won the face-off. That was assisted by Vinny J and Buchnevich. And I got knocked down. 6:30 remaining here in the second period in game 1. 4-0 Rangers. Here we go. And Spurgeon dotted away. Why is he on the... I don't know, isn't he on the Wild? Here's Ovechkin. Stayed in his own zone. Eventually dotted to Degro, I think his name. Here we go. And lost the puck. I dotted. Flipped up ahead to Buchnevich. Up ahead to me. Might be like a 2-on-1 dot bumped. Behind the back pass. Hit a stick. And it's now Calgary has it. 4 minutes to go in the second. Trying to just get 1 here if you're Flames. Here we go. Up ahead. Me. Don't buy 55. Sort of a breakaway back and score. Stepped into the name for Vinny J. And the Rangers lead 5-0. As Vinny J has 2 goals and 3 assists. 7 goals tonight. 57 to the playoffs. I always say the goal in the pen. It wasn't the penalty kill, you dumb nut. Or numb nut. I always say the goal in the penalty kill. A goal for us that is nicely done. Yeah, for us. But it's not the penalty kill, you dumbo. I mean, it's not the penalty kill. It was not the penalty kill. Right now, shots are shooting 21-12. But literally, there wasn't the penalty kill whatsoever. I've seen that before. It said you scored on the penalty kill, which means you're scoring the goal. You were on the penalty kill. With there 2 periods to play here in game 1, the score is 5-0 Rangers. Scratching on 22-12. I think did they have it? Yeah, well, we outshot them 13-8 in the first period, 9-4 in the second period, so we scored what? 4 goals on 9 shots in that period. But yeah, we're outshooting 22-12. They're out hitting us. The Flames are 12-9. Time attack, we have like 3 minutes more. Pass in, we're 92%. They're at 88. Face off 17-7 in favor of us. We have 2 penalty minutes. They have none. They're 0-1 on the power play. We haven't had a power play. I don't know why. We had 2 penalty minutes, they didn't score, and only said that at 1:59 of power play time. I'm not that sure. But either way, we have 2 penalty minutes, they have none. We haven't had a power play yet. They're 0-1 on the power play. And you just scored a short in the goal, despite Coach saying I scored on the penalty kill, but I didn't. It's a glitch. Let's get into the third period here in game 1 with the Rangers up 5-0. So I have 2 goals and 3 assists. With no bench on the third period. Just dotted up there. Here we go. And then out in the States, Giordano, which might be the Flames captain. I'm not exactly sure. Here we go. And that is, I actually blocked the shot from behind. And it goes out of play. Top 10 in points. I'm first. Panarin second. Buchnevich is third. Fald is fourth. Trumba's fifth. And Zibanejad is ninth. He only has 18, but obviously he's on the second line. I don't know why they demoted him. But here we go. Up ahead to me. And I split these 2 guys. And here we go. And I score. Split number 3 and number 5. Hat-trick for Vinny J. And the Rangers lead 6-0 here in game 1. Hat-trick here in game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. And the Rangers lead 6-0. So 3 goals and 3 assists. I've been on the ice for all 6 goals. Just about Trumba. I won like every face-off and I have 3 goals and 3 assists. Shot turned aside by whoever their battle goal is. Then it's Slapanovich! Or Buchnevich is stopped by the goalie. In the draw, and that shot is blocked. Giordano has it now. 17:50 and counting to go in the third. 6-0 Rangers. It's Tilladie. And the shot is stopped and held by Shesterkin. He's only faced like 13 shots or something. We haven't had a lot of shots. I mean, it was 22-12, which seems even, but we've scored. Now it's 13 saves. So, and the Rangers have probably at this point 25 shots maybe. Here we go, behind the net, passed all the way up ahead. They got off my stick and Giordano gets it here to Dro. Here we go. Here's Jones' shot, blocked it away by Shesterkin. Up ahead to me now. Already has a hat trick here in game 1 and 3 assists, along with the 3 goals. A 6-point shot turned aside by the goaltender. Here we go, and there's a good poke check by the goalie. Here we go, and he lost the putt. Here's Monahan, and he got through me. I tried to poke check, and I think he got putt through me. Here we go, shot turned aside by Shesterkin, and I will go to the bench. There's 14-20 to go in town here in the third. 6-0 Rangers. And 9:44 to go in the third still, or 9:44 to go in the third. It's 6-0 Rangers still. Here we go, come up the ice. Here's Giordano. Oh, I was in dead meat if he kept going straight, but he cut to the other way. Turned over. Buchnevich is stopped by Richie, or Richard, or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that. Or no. If I tried, I could. Face-off's 24-12, or excuse me, 25-10 in favor of the New York Rangers. Shot turned aside. That's Riddick. Okay, here's shot stopped and held by Riddick. 18 to go in the third. 6-0 Rangers. So it won't be like a 17-0 game or whatever. It's only 6-0, which is still kind of like a blowout, but like, you know. Shot turned aside and thrown out by Riddick. Intercepted by the Rangers. Shot by Panarin to stop. Panarin got hit to his rear end. A poke check by me. And here we go. And to the left circle, score from a tough angle. Panarin hits it in, or gets a goal. It was from a tough. It wasn't behind the goal line, but it was from a tight angle. Now the hat trick for Panarin. He has 3. I have 3. And Buchnevich is the other one. So it's been the top line that scored all 7 goals. And the Rangers lead 7-0 with 7:18 to go in the third. Assisted by Vinny and Banovich. I have 3 goals and 4 assists. All 7 goals have been scored by the Rangers' top line. Here is Ovechkin, who hasn't done anything. The team shut out 7 minutes away from dropping game 1. They're down by 7. Here we go behind the net. Rangers did it first. Here's Panarin. Here we go. And Panarin to Buchnevich. And that one a crowd of people. Eventually Seth Jones gets it. I'm going to the bench. It could be the game. There's only 5.5 minutes to go. It could be it. And it is not. So we're on the 5-on-4 power play for 47 more seconds, and we've scored. So that was the 8th goal for the Rangers was the first goal that wasn't scored by the top line, unless I was out there and the rest of the first line, the top line was out there. So we're on the power play for 40 more seconds and counting. 2:55 they go in the third period. And shot turned aside, or really blocked rather, by a Rangers player. Here's Panarin. 28 seconds to go on the power play. Shot, score! That's the Zibanejad. This is, remember, this power play unit. So apparently Zibanejad's on the same power play unit on the power play unit with Vinny J and Panarin. So 7 goals points for him. 17-16 in the third was a power play goal. 9-0 Rangers. The only reason he was out there is because so it looks like Vinny J, Panarin, and Zibanejad are on the same power play unit, but not the same line when it's 5-on-5. But we're on the same power play unit, but not the same line when it's 5-on-5. Here we go, and back the other way, shot and stopped and held by Shesterkin. So like I said, Zibanejad, Panarin, and Vinny J are on the same power play unit, but not the same line 5-on-5. Also, looks like they also have Taylor Hall, because they highlighted Ovechkin, and looks like they have Taylor Hall too. 2:13 and counting it down the third. 9-0 Rangers. Here we go. I have 3 goals and 4 assists. Here we go. Breakaway shot. Good save by Riddick. 90 seconds to play. Here in game 1. Shot. Good save by Riddick. And he covers it with 1:19 remaining. And we win the draw. Shot turned aside by Riddick, and that is Taylor Hall back there. Here we go. Here come the Flames, letting break the deuce head. Eventually, someone has the puck, and it's number 77. I'm not sure who that is. But here's Vinny J. Back the other way. Dealt by Seth Jones. Backhand. Stopped by the goaltender. Here we go. We still have it. Backdoor score. Vinny J. His 4th goal of the game. And the Rangers lead 10-0. As we're in double digits, and that's fine for me in the game one because I was supposed to go to the bench. Fourth goal of the game, 59 to the playoffs. There's 39 minutes to play. That should be the game, and it is. Rangers win game one 10-0, and they lead this best 7 series 1-0. As the Rangers beat the Flames 10-0 here in game one of the Stanley Cup Final, and they lead the Stanley Cup Final, which is the best 7 series 1-0. There's a salute. Shutout for Shesterkin is what, 4th or whatever. And there's a salute. Not that many players out there. One of the Rangers mascot behind. For the salute, it seemed like there was a lack of players, and usually the mascot comes out. I'm not sure the Rangers actually have a mascot, but clearly if they do, well, it wasn't out there. And if they don't, well, obviously it wouldn't be out there if they didn't have one. But it seemed like there was a lack of players doing the salute. But we win game one of the Stanley Cup Final 10-0 over the Flames, and we lead the Stanley Cup Final, which is the best 7 series 1-0. It's Vinny J. Well, should be the first star. Third star was Panarin, who had 3 goals, 1 assist, 1 hit, had a hat trick. You think when you have a hat trick, you're the first star, but when 2 people have a hat trick, obviously only one to be the first star. Second star is Buchnevich, 1 goal, 4 assists, 1 hit. Obviously, scored the first goal of the game, 30 seconds in. And then obviously the first star will be your boy, Vinny J. Right there, Vinny J, first star, 4 goals, 5 assists, 3 hits. I mean, out of the 10 goals, I was on the ice for 9 of them. All 9. It was only a +8 because you don't did a plus, like, say you were at 0, you did a +1 if you're on the ice for a goal, and a -1 when you're on the ice for an opponent's goal. But when you're on the power play, if you score, you're on the ice when your team scores a power play goal, it doesn't count as a +1. It does count as a -1 if the other team scores. But if, say, like, you know that 1 goal, I don't know which one it was, the one by Zibanejad, I did assist on it, but you don't get a +1 added to your plus-minus when your team scores a power play goal. So that's why I was only a +8. But I was still on the ice for 9 goals. It's only a +8 because of that 1 power play goal. But I had 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points, a +8 for plus-minus, 15 shots. I was on the ice for almost 29 minutes. Officially, it was 28 minutes and 53 seconds. Bunovich was just over 30 minutes. Trumbo was 36 minutes. Panarin was 29 minutes and 18 seconds. Zibanejad still had 16 minutes. Zadorov 18. Sorry about that. I just not shut the trade table. D'Angelo 17. Not front. Air. I think I'm not botching his name. 16 minutes. Adam Fox only had 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Strome 16 minutes. Kaku 9 minutes, Smith 4 minutes, Lee minutes, almost 2 minutes and 52 seconds, Nemeth 4 minutes and 46 seconds, and like Nemeth is on the 3rd defensive line, and this Reese only just 3 minutes and 41 seconds, just because I believe on the 4th line, that's why they barely got to play, because obviously the first line probably going to play the most, and obviously, I mean, Trumbo, who's a defenseman, played 36 minutes. Usually, you don't see a forward play that long unless it's a day that goes to overtime and in the playoffs. But obviously, you do see like me. I mean, I played almost 29 minutes. Bunovich played 30 minutes, just over 30 minutes, and Panarin almost played 30 minutes. He was like 40 seconds short of that. And he obviously had 2 penalty minutes. I had 3 hits. I had 4. I looked at it. Said I had 22 faceoffs and won all 22. So it's proven on faceoffs at 9 points, 4 goals, 5 assists, a +8 for plus-minus. And the Rangers win game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. 10, right? 10? Yeah, 10-0. We outshot them. We outscored them, the Flames, 10-0. We outshot them 42-19. Yeah, they out-hit us 16-13. Time attack, we had like 4 minutes more. Passing, 88% for us, 84% for them. Faceoffs, 33-11 in favor of us. Penalty minutes, just 2 for each side. We went 1 for 1 on the power play. They went 0 for 1. Power play minutes, 134 for us, 159 for them. It really should be 2 minutes, although I think that's just a glitch. Because that didn't score. And then neither team scored a short end of goals. There was only 2 penalties in that entire game, and so that's pretty good. So, like I said, Vinny J, Panarin, and Zibanejad are on the same power play unit, but not the same line when it's 5-on-5. I'm not sure why they have it like that, but whatever. It's not saying Buchnevich is bad. Buchnevich says she's pretty good. Yeah. I want to see, well, I got a hat trick. And then an A+ for overall, A+ for offense, B for defense, and A+ for team play. I really did an A+ for team play, but I want to see first period. That goal was that goal at Vucinovic was 20 on 10 in a hockey game. I just wanted to see that. Yeah. Now I'll show the stars at them because that went bad. But yeah, next episode of the series will be soon because I'm asking for NHL 22 for Christmas, and Christmas is a week from the day I'm posting this video, which most likely will be, or it should be, Saturday, December 18th. So Merry Christmas to everyone watching. Obviously, still Christmas is 1 week away. I'm on Christmas break. Next episode of the series, obviously, it should be like Wednesday. I think it should be Wednesday. It should be Wednesday of next week, Wednesday the 22nd. That should be next episode of the series, which will be the first elimination game for either team in the Stanley Cup Final, which will be Game 4, Game 5, or Game 6. If you have this episode, the like button. Subscribe if you have your mom, dad, grandmother, sorry about this, guys. Just can't speak. I mean, yeah, sorry about that. If that's episode, the like button. Sorry about that. If it's upset the like button, subscribe if you answer your mom, dad, grandma, and adults, sorry about that. Sorry guys. I know sometimes I can do the closing at one take or one try, and sometimes it's like 3 tries. If it's upset the like button, subscribe if you answer your mom, dad, grandma, and adults, friends about these videos. And yeah, I'm gonna see in episode number 16 of this Vinny J NHL 21 Be a Pro series. See in episode number 16. I need a lot of bacon and go Rangers.